a goal, and they win the South Division. It's got to be Ron Handy. Doug Shedd looking around the bench. Here he comes, the wily veteran Ron Handy, with a chance to win the South Division title. Ron Handy with a chance to win it all. Here he comes. Handy up the middle over the blue line, looking at Richards to the backhand. He scores! He scores! The IceGators win the South Division title! Bedlam in the Cajun Dome. The Gators have gone from expansion to champions in just 1 year. Unbelievable, Bruce. Just take it in.
The Cajun Dome is empty now, but at times it still seems like you can hear the roar of the IceGator fans. But that shows how far this town has come as far as hockey is concerned. Wasn't too long ago, you couldn't put ice on this floor, but that was fixed. Then the question was, if we build it, will they come? After a 10-game road trip, the IceGators came home on November 5th, 1995, and nothing would ever be the same.
Consecutive championships in the Central Hockey League, Coach Doug Shedd. All right, fans, let's give a very warm welcome for your Louisiana IceGators. We would like to introduce our special guest, who will be escorted by Miss Louisiana, Allie Landry. First on the ice, former New York Yankee pitcher, Cy Young Award winner, the Louisiana Lightning himself, Ron Guidry. Now the owners of the Louisiana IceGators, Mr. Ernie Parker and Mr. Logan Nichols. The Commissioner of the East Coast Hockey League, Mr. Pat Kelly.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave for the land of the free and the home of the
This rink is absolutely gorgeous. Pre-game skate today, everyone was about 15 feet high off the ground. The rink is beautiful, the ice is great, and now it's time to make a little bit of Louisiana sports history. The puck is dropped, and this game is underway. Puck controlled by the IceGators in a neutralized zone. Now we got a fight. McCaig going with puck queen. Rob McCaig. McQueen, McCaig with uppercuts. McCaig with the right hand, throws a left hand now. McCaig, the first fight in IceGator history in the Cajun Dome, and McCaig still throwing rights. He's got McQueen in sort of a full Nelson, and the linesman break it up. Rob McCaig a little bit cut up as McQueen got a couple of punches in early, but McCaig controlled the rest of the fight. And the crowd gets to their feet here in the Cajun Dome. Near side boards, DePourca, back to Valasevic. Valasevic to the right face-off circle to DePourca. DePourca, cross ice to Rowe. Rowe's in, shoots and scores! The first goal in Cajun Dome history goes to Sean Rowe on the power play. Mobile Mystics counterattack. Hoffman, pass up the middle to Sylvester, one-on-one against Heaney. Goes around Heaney, he's in, backhander, saved by Schoen! Face off to left to Whitney. DePourca gets it to McCaig. McCaig tied up in the corner, sends it toward the net. DePourca centers it right in front. Berg shoots and scores! Another great pass by Johnny DePourca, right on the stick of Bob Berg, and Bergie makes no mistake about it. It's 2-0 Louisiana IceGators. Our final score tonight, the Louisiana IceGators in their home opener, they make it one to remember. 3 for the Louisiana IceGators, 1 for the Mobile Mystics. Ward with it. Ward cuts to the high center, loses it. Berg may have a breakaway. Berg steals. Here he comes. Bob Berg in, shoots, scores! Bob Berg! And this game is tied at 4! York, his pass up the middle, stolen by DePourca. DePourca to Berg. Berg alone shoots, scores! Bob Berg one more time! Rowe's got a 2-on-1 in the empty net. Rowe with Berg. Rowe goes wide. Berg in, shoots, scores! Bob Berg with the hat trick. The IceGators are going to win. The IceGators finished November with a record of 12-5-1, good enough for first place in the South Division. And the IceGator fans had their own first, their first hero, a man who made his reputation by standing on his head.
Yeah, I believe 6 feet across and 4 feet high.
And it's 24 square feet, which seems like a heck of a lot of room to cover, yet somehow you do it.
I'm glad you were here to do the math. Yeah, 24 square feet. Sometimes more difficult than others, yeah, but that's my job anyways. That's what I try to do.
Puck at the far side. Fest to Lascal at the right faceoff circle. In the middle, Johnson shoots. What a save by Schoen!
Every goaltender has a weak spot. I'm not ready to announce my weak spot to everybody who's watching. You know, it might be one of our teams like to bury that old Schoen watching here. So I'm not quite ready to give up my weak spot. Plus, I want Marty to score me every day at practice.
Brian Schoen's flamboyant style captured the hearts of the IceGator fans and propelled him to a 12-0-1 start. Hungle around a man shoots, saved by Schoen as Hungle goes to the net. But Schoen's work was just one of several memorable performances in the month of December. Heavy, right side, Wine shoots, scores! Off the draw, right in front, Spoltore to Rowe, he shoots and scores! Face up circle, Spoltore skates in, shoots and scores! Spoltore at the red line to the blue line to Rowe, slap shot, he scores! Puck slid across, right over to Chris Valasevic, he shoots and scores! In the corner of Spoltore, Spoltore looks, shoots and scores! Spoltore faked the pass, shot it high, a team record, 7 points tonight for John Spoltore. Circle to the side of the net to Spoltore. Back to Berg, he shoots and scores! Berg almost breaks in, has the puck in the far corner. Berg centers it, blocked, rebound, Handy gets it, shoots, save Michaud. Berg with a rebound and knocks it home! Pass is behind Terrace, stolen by Berg. Berg has a mini break. Berg in, shoots, save Michaud. Berg with a rebound, he knocks it home! A short-handed goal by Bob Berg. And the puck is picked up by Schupp. Bad pass, Berg off to the races one more time. Bob Berg in, shoots, scores! Number 4, Bob Berg one more time! Drop Valasevic to Handy, to Berg, he shoots, Berg has number 5! Bob Berg's 5th goal of the night, IceGators lead 7-4, Bob Berg with a hat trick plus 2! Still being fought for, and finally it comes out in front. Rob Valasevic's going to get into a fight. This thing's about to break loose. 2 guys have their gloves off. Rob Valasevic fighting with Brandon Coates. Rob Valasevic just gets a couple of right hands in, and they all fall down to the ice in a heap. Rob Valasevic now on the near side. Goltz is going at it with Stasiuk. Fred Goltz with a couple of big right hands. Oh, Goltz is going crazy. Stasiuk just totaling. Now the goaltender Bell jumps in. This thing's breaking loose. Here comes Bryan Schoen end to end. Everybody in the ice fighting. Bryan Schoen going crazy, going after the goaltender. Barry beating a guy up. This thing is broken free, and the Gators are cleaning house. Spoltore comes over. 5-on-5 fight. Bryan Schoen skating end-to-end the fight with Bell. Hasma throwing some uppercuts. The end of the rink where they were fighting looks like a hockey clearance sale. Gloves, sticks, jerseys, helmets, all on the floor.
Make sure somebody's in front of that. Let's move it around a little bit, okay? All right.
As the new year began, the IceGators followed the image of their fiery leader, Coach Doug Shedden. Left side to Hulett. Hulett over the blue line to Spoltore. He shoots and scores!
Right along the ice, that'll work. Got to throw a few passes down low to get them moving around.
McKaig right in front of the IceGator bench. Tries to skate out in front of it. Does. Couple of right hands. Big right hands by McKaig.
Come on, ram him. Stay away here, stay back. There you go, Ribs, there you go. Right here. Stand him up. Turn it. Go, Bergie, off the bench.
Pork. Back to the point to Very at the right point. Sends it toward the net, deflects.
Come on, yes!
Goes in! John DePourca in front of the net on the rebound!
Big shift, smart shift, big shift and a smart shift. Let's go.
Walks in, shoots, save Schoen, rebound knocked home by Joyce.
Come on, boys, our game here, come on.
Take your season ticket by there and see.
Who's gonna be a hero in here, boys? We need a hero. Who's gonna be here? We know it's gonna be Block.
Takes a move, cuts into the corner, centers it, goes up Joyce, the other way. Berg's got a breakaway. Here comes Bob Berg on Hanky. Berg shoots. Yes!
The way to whatever the peanut butter is on the top shelf.
Brandon Cray at the red line. Shoots it. Saved by Schoen. Schoen drops the puck and then falls on it. 3, 2 seconds, 1 second, and this game is over. Willis at center ice. Willis 1-on-3. Oh, a huge check by O'Rourke. The expansion team earned the respect of the rest of the league by meeting any physical challenge head-on. They go. Fess and Goltz. Goltz with 3 right hands. Fess now coming up, hitting Goltz in the back of the head. Couple of back of the head shots. Goltz trying to turn around. He does. Big right hand. He knocks down Fess and falls on top of him. And that fight comes to an end. This will be McEwitt and Willis. McEwitt grabs a sweater, throws it right. They're going punch for punch. Willis getting a few shots in. Now McEwitt comes back, knocks Willis down. McEwitt with a couple of lefts. McEwitt throwing lefts. Willis down. Now they have each other tied up into the corner. McEwitt trying to get his arm free, can't do it. Willis and McEwitt still tying up. McEwitt gets an overhand left, an uppercut. Willis throws a punch. They're just spinning around and then they go down to the ice and the linesmen jump in. O'Rourke flips Shortchensky to the ice and O'Rourke goes down. O'Rourke gets back up. O'Rourke and Shortchensky. This is a heavyweight battle. O'Rourke gets an uppercut. Another uppercut by O'Rourke. Shortchensky goes to a knee. Right hand by O'Rourke. Another one. Another uppercut. Down goes Shortchensky. Dan O'Rourke with a knockout in the first period. Another fight. More with a couple of right hands. McKaig standing in there, throwing some uppercuts. Moore trying to get his right arm free. McKaig, Moore tying each other up. Left hand by Moore misses. Left hand by McKaig misses. Still on their feet. They've been going a while here.
Yeah.
Trying to get free. Both have firm grasp of the sweater. Moore tries to get a punch. McKaig sneaks in a little right hand there. Rob McCaig, Dean Moore. Moore tries a big left hand, can't get it over the outstretched arm of McCaig. McCaig's got a good hold of that sweater.
Yeah.
McCaig gets the right hand free, throws it right. McCaig with another right, has the elbow pad off. McCaig right. McCaig getting a couple of punches in. Now he goes to the left, another left. Moore covering up, and McCaig just wrestles Moore down to the ground. Another win for the IceGators in the fighting department. While Louisiana fans cheered the fights, they also learned to appreciate the skills of some of the league's most talented players. Now 7, over to DePourca, one-on-one at the blue line. DePourca around Gillowoychuk, in, shoots, and scores! DePourca just lights up Gillowoychuk like a blowtorch and puts it over Robbins. It's 4-1 IceGators. Rob Valasevic with Handy. They've got a 2-on-1. Valasevic cuts in the middle, drops it to Handy. Handy goes wide, centers it. Rob Valasevic shoots and scores! He picks up the puck but falls down and loses it. And a poke check by McCaig sends it up the middle. Uchuk on a breakaway. Uchuk in, backhander, he scores! 1:05 to go in the game, tied at 2. Ahead to Handy, Louisiana power play. Right wing to Berg. Berg over the blue line. Berg, wrist shot, scores! He scores! Bob Berg with 56 seconds to go has given the Gators a 3-2 lead. On the right side, DePourca with it. DePourca up to center ice. DePourca with a head of steam through everybody. Shoots, scores! Oh, what a goal by John DePourca! Coast to coast! When it came time to announce the All-Star teams, the IceGators had 3 representatives. Left wing Bob Berg, and starters for the South team, goaltender Bryan Schoen and defenseman Chris Valasevic.
I don't know about the fastest skater or the breakaway, but hopefully the hardest shot will be okay.
92. Goal of the Columbus Joe is pressured in the corner, and they get it in front, and they've scored again. Right in front of the net, the puck came to Bob Berg. But man on the left, Lindgren comes in, lets a shot go, and a good save by Schoen.
In reality, on most nights, there were more than 3 All-Stars to be found here in the frozen swamp. In fact, you could usually find about 11,042 All-Stars sitting right here in the stands, as the IceGator fans proved to be as big a story as the team itself. They did that simply by being the best fans in all of minor league hockey.
You know, if you're struggling or you're tired or you had 3 games in 3 nights, when you come back, say, to a Sunday night here and it's 11,000 fans, they really get you going. And like I said, you know, you can't put a price on that.
We wanted to average quite conservatively over 8,000 per game, and right now we're up around 9,600, so we are exceeding our expectations.
Louisiana IceGators, South Carolina Stingrays, game day previews, souvenir program.
What we try to do is we promote it as an event. We want each family member to have a wonderful time. Win or lose the game, we want our customers, so to speak, to go home and saying, hey, we had a great time, we can't wait for the next game.
First game, I looked over when we'd scored our first goal, I believe it was, and I saw a group of people sitting over here in a couple sections up from me, about 10 or 15 of them doing a gator chomp from like the University of Florida. But of course they don't say the word chomp, but that is what they call the chomp there. So I just started saying chomp along with it, and then the rest of it took off.
Hi, I'm Allie Landry, the reigning Miss USA, and here we are at the Louisiana IceGators hockey game in Lafayette, Louisiana.
Down in Louisiana, you're thinking bayou, you're not thinking about the ice. And, you know, they came the ice in here, and you know, people are enjoying the game, and we're enjoying the people.
If you go on the road, you see that they only get like 2,000 to 5,000, but the crowds really support us well, and it's unbelievable.
The record set tonight, breaking the record of 311,800 plus in South Carolina. The final projected total, believe it or not, will be over 342,000 here in Louisiana. They will salute the #1 fans in the East Coast Hockey League, and I'll go out on a limb and say it, the #1 fans in all of hockey. The mania that swept Acadiana caught nationwide attention as well. The IceGators getting write-ups in USA Today. Sports Illustrated named Hockey Inc.'s East Coast Hockey League Franchise of the Year, and the team even made an appearance on CBS this morning.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. We got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going our way.
The
Louisiana IceGators pro hockey team with our theme from Lafayette.
Closer to home, a little TV show we like to call Chomp Time exposed fans to a different side of their favorite team.
I'll tell you, all you got to do is come home and realize, you know, that you're going to go through rough times in your life, but there's always your little boy to come home to and your wife, and that's, you know, it's real nice. It makes you realize that there is other important things in your life, and you can't always, you know, when something goes wrong, you know, there's always better there. You can't just fall down on your rear end. You got to get back up and get going again.
East Coast Hockey League Player of the Week, and yet you're sleeping on the floor. How does this happen?
Well, it's a rookie thing, I guess. You don't get a bunk, so you just try to get as comfortable as you can, and then it's not too bad down there. I got a pillow and a blanket, and I can watch the movie, so I'm doing all right.
Oh yeah, I just got done with an intense, grueling 2-hour weight workout. In fact, it was so intense they had to warn me about chucking the weights around the gym and, you know, getting too out of control. It's disturbing some of the other members, but I think they gave me another pass to come in next week, so I'm all right.
Question number one, what's been the biggest surprise so far this season for you?
Well, that I'm 32 years old and I'm still playing this game.
Question number two, favorite movie to watch on the bus and why?
I don't want to comment on that. The body just loves it every time I jump on the bus and then drive here and drive there. You know, it's something you get used to, and it's exciting. And I would like to tell all the children out there that you should get on a bus. I mean, and the wheels on the bus go round and round on this one, too. In the summer, I've done every job from shoveling poop to selling cars. But if I didn't play hockey, what I'd be doing? I'd probably be a millionaire.
I like to golf and definitely listen to the king. Elvis.
On the float, throwing beads. You ever think you'd be on a float in your life?
Maybe not so much a float, but throwing beads at people. You know, why? You know, the beads. But you know, even near the end, I was throwing bags, just bags of them. So it was getting crazy, but it was a lot of fun.
But the month of February would be remembered for more than just Mardi Gras.
That's the problem with affiliation sometime. It wasn't because Bryan wasn't a good guy, he wasn't a good goalie. He did a great job for us, but when we get 2 contract goalies sent to us, somebody that doesn't have a contract has to go. So, you know, unfortunately it was Bryan because he did, again, he played really well for us.
You know, your first feeling is, of course, shock, you know, and then anger, and then denial, I guess. But then, you know, eventually, you know, today rolls around, the sun comes out, and it's a beautiful day in Louisiana. And then you're really depressed because you have to leave.
Well, you know, you're always disappointed when you find out you've been traded, but coming to Louisiana is a great place to play and great fans, and should have a good time.
Wednesday night, you made your debut at the Cajun Dome. What happened? You're suspended another 2 games.
I know, but I'm not like her soccer because for personal reason, and my first fight is not a very good fight. I win, but it's not a very good fight, and I want to come back for another fight, and I lose my head.
Under contract to the LA Ice Dogs, you obviously like it here in Louisiana, but you have higher goals still.
Yeah, definitely. You know, Louisiana is a great city. It's great hockey here, but I still have aspirations to get back to the I this year, and you know, eventually, hopefully, get to the National Hockey League is the ultimate goal of any hockey player. So I'm still working hard, staying positive, and hopefully things will happen for me.
I pride myself on the fact that I try to be good in my own end, but I think I offer a little bit of a little offensive panache to the team, I guess, from the backside. I'd probably, you know, I play more along the lines of a Chris Valasevic. I'm that type of a player.
Well, Rob McKay takes a roundhouse right at Poirier. This thing's going crazy. Poirier and McKay now go up against each other. Berg shoving Woods. Poirier and McKay against the boards. They're scrumming there. I think a headbutt was just thrown by Rob McKay.
He is looking at a very lengthy suspension there. I don't know what the suspension is for a headbutt, but Kegger threw 3 of them there, plus coming off after a goal, coming onto the ice and starting an altercation. That's a big suspension there.
So if we can get healthy, Bruce, you know, things might just start to turn the way we wanted to. I know it's been tough with the trades we make. We make a bunch of trades, and it's at the worst time of our year where we've played the worst hockey. So I think we're going to be okay.
And the IceGators did turn it around in the month of March and got back on track following the lead of 4 key players. Rebound! Rob Valasevic scores! Rookie Rob Valasevic caught fire in the second half of the season on his way to a 42-goal campaign. In front, Valasevic shoots and scores! Rob Valasevic with a short-handed goal, and the Gators lead 3-0. Rob Valasevic eating up the Lizard Kings. John Spoltore was a rookie in name only. Rebound in front, and Henke can't stop it. Spoltore knocks it home. Spotty impressed everyone in the league with 33 goals, 68 assists for 101 points. His heads-up all-around play made Spotty a man to watch. Wrist shot tipped home by Spoltore. Spoltore at the far post with the deflection. It's 4-1 IceGators. John Spoltore lighting the lamp.
I think it's quite an accomplishment. You know, for anyone in this league to get 100 points, it's quite a feat. But like I say, all year long, I've been working hard and playing with great players. Like the wingers we have been scoring for me all year, which adds the assists up for you. But like we've got a great team, and that has a lot to do with my points.
Why has John Spoltore become such a more improved hockey player as the season's gone on?
I think maybe a little bit to do with confidence, and you know, as the season goes on, usually players get better. But like I say again, playing on a good team, you're going to get better. You're going to learn things from certain players, and with the experience on our team, I've learned a lot of things from guys like Handy and Berg.
And the team captain made history as well. Ahead to Berg, Berg over the blue line, in the slot, shoots, scores! Number 50 for Bob Berg! Bob Berg finished the year with 109 points, including a league-leading 59 goals. He scored 21 times on the power play, and more importantly, he scored in the clutch with 14 game-winning goals. Rowe blocks the shot. Handy's got it center ice ahead to Berg. Berg on the left wing, one-on-one. Berg goes to the middle. Nice move. He scores! Bob Berg had one other team first, the first overtime goal in playoff history as the IceGators defeated Jacksonville in Game 2 of the first-round series. Here comes Bob Berg, 3-on-3 at center ice. Berg at the blue line, goes in. Wrist shot, scores! He scores! Bob Berg, the captain, wins the game for the IceGators!
You know, I like to think that I have come through in the clutch this year, and it's something I take a lot of pride in, and it's a big thing for me.
And as far as you are concerned, winning the goal-scoring title in this league would mean what?
Not much, really, Bruce. It's something that maybe the boys back home you can sit and have a beer with and pat you on the back, but it really doesn't mean that much to me. I like to score goals to help this team win, and as long as we win, I don't care if it's me scoring or someone else scoring, but wins is the bottom line.
Chris Valasevic may have been the IceGators' most dependable player. Valasevic didn't miss a game. Berg to Chris Valasevic, one-timer, scores! Before this season, Val was known for his offense rather than his defense. His offense was still there with 24 goals, but his defense showed up as well. He tied for the team lead with plus-minus at a +28. Valasevic also came within 4 points of the East Coast Hockey League record for points by a defenseman. And when the season was over and the votes were counted, one thing was clear. Chris Valasevic was runaway winner of the East Coast Hockey League Defenseman of the Year award.
Yeah, it is a really good honor. The guy's kidding me, giving me the Offenseman of the Year award, but no, it's a good honor, and you know, it's more attributed to our coaching staff and the guys I play with than to me myself.
Well, coming into the season, everyone knew Chris Valasevic was a great offensive defenseman, but your plus-minus now is around 31, 32, so you've proven you can do it at both ends of the ice this year.
You know, that's what Shedzy wanted me to do, is he wanted me to take care of my own end and worry about the points later, and the points have come on the power play, and so, you know, that's what I've been trying to do for the team, and that's what, you know, I need to do to help the team. That's what I'm going to do.
Ferry up the middle to DePourca. DePourca at the blue line. DePourca tries to go around his man, does, and shoots and scores! The IceGators roared into March with a season-high 7-game winning streak. The team found all kinds of ways to remain hot down the stretch. His shot blocked in front. One arm on the puck. Valasevic can't shoot. Now he does. He scores! Spoltore wins the draw to Pasma. His shot blocked. Pasma gets it back. Skates to the face-off circle. Wrist shot blocked. Another shot by Pasma. Deflects in front of the net. Rod Pasma may have his first professional goal. Handy drops it back to Berg in the slot. Berg shoots, saved by Raymond as Berg almost got 55. 70 pass by Handy to Shanahan. He scores! The rookie gets a goal in his first shot in the East Coast Hockey League, and the IceGators lead 1-0. Ryan Shanahan give that guy the puck. Back to Chartier. Now it comes right out in front. Shot, saved by Matalock as McHugh with a tip-in front, and Matalock makes the save. Into the corner, the Spoltore behind the net. Spoltore over to Valasevic. He shoots and scores! Spoltore to Valasevic, and the Gators lead 5-2. Spotty to Val, and Val lights lights the lamp from 20 feet out. Spoltore behind the net. Spoltore to Valasevic, left point. Valasevic to Bo. Bo winds, shoots, scores! Meanwhile, breakaway, Terrace comes in, shoots, save, Fuss. Back to the point, Eigner shot, glove save by Chucky Fuss, and he holds on. And the game comes to an end for Louisiana IceGators. 41 wins on the year, and all that remains is the 3-game showdown with Tallahassee.
We're all working on the same page and working hard for 60 minutes and intense and ready to go, and then we'll go from there, you know, and hopefully win the championship.
It's funny when you put that schedule together, you don't know what's going to happen in the last weekend of the season, and all of a sudden now everybody's looking at those 3 games against Tallahassee. They got to play Louisiana 3 times. Very interesting.
It was called the War for the South. 3 games in 3 nights on the final weekend of the season. The winner would be South Division champions.
Ingraham right side. Ingraham winds, shoots, scores.
Back home in the frozen swamp, the IceGators bounce back.
There, Hulett works the puck free behind the net to Berg. Berg at the left corner. Back to Chris Valasevic, high slot, he winds, he shoots, scores! Valasevic turns, slap shot goes through the crease. Left point, Pasman keeps it in, shovels it in the corner, Rob Valasevic, turnaround shot, he scores! There he winds, shoots, knuckleball blocked in front by Geldart, and he hits Paradise with a breakaway. Jim Paradise on Manawak, in, shoots, save, Manawak! Shanahan leaves it for Berg. Berg at the right faceoff circle. Berg into the slot, shoots, scores! Bob Berg between the legs of Rob Laurie, and the IceGators take a 3-1 lead. Bob Berg, number 58, and goes down to the Tallahassee zone. Tipping at the point by Bo. He shoots and scores! Aaron Bo keeps it in and fires it low past the stick side of Laurie. The Gators lead 4-1. Up to DePourca. DePourca center ice, and Berg is a 2-on-1. DePourca to Berg. Berg shoots and scores! DePourca to Berg. It's 6-2. Get ready for a Sunday night showdown.
You have 11 somewhat thousand people screaming and yelling, and it's a thrill. It's hard to explain. It's awesome.
Berg still has the puck. Chips it around, sends it in the corner to Spoltore. Spoltore to Valasevic. He shoots and scores! Chris Valasevic with a one-time laser, and the Gators lead 1-0. Valasevic lighting the lamp. His pass out of the stick of Gustafson, 3-on-2. Gustafson left side to Feeblecorn. Feeblecorn back to Gustafson. Slap shot scores. Rod Pasmo with the puck. Up the middle to Ryan Shanahan. Shanahan over the blue line. Shanahan to DePourca. DePourca in, shoots, scores!
It's unbelievable. I mean, your adrenaline's just pumping, and I mean, you just want to go down and make sure you get a good shot on the net, and it went in.
Schwartz at the blue line, drops it back to Chris, line, shoots, and it trickles between Manawak's leg and goes in. Handy goes forward with it, gets a shot off save. Richards, rebound, Rob Valasevic knocks it home. Val Jr. pounces on the rebound, and the Gators lead 3-2. Face off. Kicked around, comes back to the point. Now Schwartz in the slot, shot, scores! And the entire South Division, after 69 games and 3 periods of hockey, comes down to a shootout. Here we go, shootout for the South Championship. Here comes Deasley. Left-handed shooter, goes wide, comes in, shoots, save, Manawak! John Spoltore, the 100-point man, picks it up. He comes straight in the middle. Spoltore to the backhand, shoots and misses the net. Here comes Sauter. Right-handed shot, picks up the puck, skates slowly right up the middle, comes in, shoots and misses the top shelf. Aaron Bowe picks up the puck at center ice. Here he comes, goes to his right. Bowe comes in, fakes the forehand, shoots and scores! Aaron Bowe goes top shelf, and in round 2, it's 1-0 IceGators. Ingraham skates forward, picks up the puck. Ingraham over the blue line. Ingraham comes in, shoots and scores. Here comes John DePourca. DePourca with the puck. Comes in on Richards. Shoots, scores! DePourca just flipped it over the shoulder, under the crossbar. It's 2-1 midway through the shootout. Round 4 coming up. Trevor Job, he's going to take his time. He skates slowly. Job right up the middle, comes in, shoots, scores. Beats Maniluk high to the blocker side. It is tied at 2 midway through round 4, and Job does a little bit of showboating in front of the Ice Gator bench. He's going to come in and fire that wrist shot. Bob Berg with the puck. Here comes Bergie in on Richards. Wrist shot misses. Here we go. Schwartz comes in. Schwartz left-handed shot, fakes a slap shot, shoots, misses. The Ice Gators come down to this. A goal, and they win the South Division. It's got to be Ron Handy. Doug Shedden looking around the bench. Here he comes, the wily veteran Ron Handy with a chance to win the South Division title. Ron Handy with a chance to win it all. Here he comes. Handy up the middle over the blue line. Looking at Richards to the backhand. He scores! He scores! The Ice Gators win the South Division title! Bedlam in the Cajun Dome. The Gators have gone from expansion to champions in just 1 year. Unbelievable, Bruce. Just take it in.
South Division title is great. It was an incredible feeling here.
It's a great feeling. I mean, just to see everybody pump like that and the guys come off the bench, it's something that when you start winning, it's something that you learn how to win and you don't want to lose. And, once these young guys catch on that winning is great, watch out.
You know just as well as I do where I was last year, and you know that I was last place. And going from worst to first in 1 year, it's a hell of a feeling, and I've never experienced anything like that.
Unbelievable. We wanted to win so bad, not only for all the guys in the dressing room, but for all the people of Lafayette and our owners, everybody. I mean, it was just a big thrill for us, and hopefully it's the start of something great to come here.
The champions of the South Division, your Louisiana IceGators.